Okay, so before the demonstration stuff, so because this week was the first time that one of the videos wasn't quite, well, there was like some mistakes in the performance. Now we do need to think about showing more in the videos you send in. And now that we're really focusing on what like those real struggles are, also important to send in a bit more. So we have the goal with the 16th notes to reach 180. Now, like number 2 from last week, when you had the reaching 180 with that, not necessary because that's a very difficult pattern. Most people are never going to reach that, and the whole point of that exercise was to improve the pinky and ring finger. So that's an exception to reaching 180. Now something like this though, yes, we do want to be getting up to at least that 180 so you can be playing crazy fast stuff, and your fretting hand is able to keep up with the insanely fast stuff. That being said, so a lot of this right now really does have to be a bit of experimenting just to kind of figure out, well, what is it exactly we need to be doing together when we're doing this. So, because I want to make sure that you're right at that point where you're just being pushed out of the comfort zone. So some of the stuff, like, for example, number 1 last time, I would say it was a little bit above where we needed to be in terms of difficulty, but you still benefited from it because you put in work. So that's why we're scaling it back some this week. This way you got a better chance of hitting that 180. So basically we just try it, see how it goes, and then I give you some adjustments to go on to the next level, or we scale the difficulty back a little bit in order to get you to that speed that we want. Now, what I ask people to do, like people that do video correspondence stuff or who just send in videos, there's a couple things. With the video correspondence people, I tell them just record the entire final practice session. You don't need to edit anything. Just start and go, and then I'll skip through the video whenever I need to. Basically, I check out the beginning and then I check out the end. Like, does it sound correct at the starting speed? Does it sound correct on the last speed that you did? And if the answer is no at the end, then I go back towards the middle of the video and start paying closer attention. Like, okay, well, where do things fall apart? Where is it still okay? Where do we need to focus? Stuff like that. Because a lot of times what I do, let's say, like 140 is where stuff was getting pretty difficult working up number 1 from last time today. Doing etudes around that speed, like close to that speed, and just pushing you to play longer at those speeds. Stuff like that I do with students. This way you're close to your max for something, but you're still in control of it, and you push the volume, you push the endurance, and that can really lend itself well to being able to go faster. So we push the speed, which helps us go longer, and we push going longer to help us go faster. I really do feel like they help each other a lot. Anyway, so this is what we can do. So another thing I've had people do when they send in videos is go up in like 20 beat per minute increments to just show various stages throughout their practice. Only problem with that is, now that we are trying to really focus on building up to these maximum speeds, going up in 20s may not work very well. Because when you go up in 20 beat per minute increments, you can typically expect to get 20 to 10 beats per minute under your max. So let's say you hit 180 and it was a true maximum speed. Like, there's no way you're going any faster. Going up in 20s, 60 to 180 like that, you might hit 180, but I don't know. There's a good chance that you won't. You could say, well, I'm less fatigued, so I'm able to hit that speed more easily. That could be true. So tell you what, let's give it a shot. You're definitely skilled, as I've said, more skilled than like pretty much anyone I've worked with, really, when it comes to rhythm stuff. So let's try this. We can try going up into 20s and see and try and recreate your max speed, whatever it is in your video, so you don't have to record as much. Let's give that a shot. But if it turns out that going up in 20s is not, you're not able to get to that max speed again, for example, let's say you hit 200 on this, and then you try and recreate it by going 60, 80, 100, all the way up to 200. If you can't hit that, then 180 would be okay with that because it's hitting that minimum 180 for this. But let's say you get to only 180 as your max speed throughout the week, and you're not able to duplicate it in the video because maybe it's just a rhythm thing. Then you're not able to hear all the notes properly as you're going higher. Because that was the main thing in the video today, is not all the notes were there. So to me, that says it's not just a matter of fatigue, it's also a matter of you didn't hear it. Because if you can hear it, I know if you hear it, you'll fix it. So I hope I'm not being too damn confusing right now. So I'm just kind of thinking out loud throughout this video about what we can do moving forward to best help you. So let's try this. We'll go up in 20s for all three of these. Number one, 180 is the minimum goal that we want. But remember, chase the accuracy, not the speed. So if you're not able to get to 180 accurately, that's okay. Just get where you can. And then you can go up in 20s on your video up to whatever the max speed it was that you got throughout the week and see if you can replicate it. So let's say if it was only 170, just go 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, then 170. Or even if it was like 165, that's the fastest you got, then you go 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 165. And then with numbers 2 and 3, because they're triplets, 240, that's the minimum that we're going for. But again, focus on the accuracy. If you can't get up to 240, that's okay. Just get where you can and send in your video going up in 20s to demonstrate how it sounds at the beginning speed, your fastest speed, and in the middle. So, hope that makes sense. Definitely let me know if you got questions with that. And we'll continue fine-tuning this as we go to help you out better and better each week. All right, number 1, starting at 60. Ooh, that's loud. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, while I'm playing that, I'm thinking of something. I don't get the impression that you're pushing down or pulling off really, really hard. But just in case it feels like you're putting a lot of force into it, try playing more relaxed. So we don't need to use a lot of force on this stuff. Obviously, we want the proper technique, but if the technique is done properly, and it looks like, from what I've seen, it looks really good. So let your gear, like the amp and your compression and all that stuff, let that help you go faster. Try and keep a very light touch when you're playing. So a light touch is very important with this stuff. All right, let's go up to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. Whoops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back down to 180. Oh, wrong way. And repetitions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, on to number 2. 3 4-time signature. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, 120. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Keep pushing it. 260. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 280. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 300. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, back down to a 240 for the repetitions. 1. Okay, I should point out for the repetitions, I do not expect you or anybody to go from this note straight back to this note as it is notated. Give yourself a few beats. So I would say give yourself like 4 beats. Hit that note, count like 2, 3, 4 after that, and then jump back down here. So I'll be saying that out loud. Basically, I'm giving myself, I hit this note, and then give myself 3 additional beats to jump back down to the start here. All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right, and now the pull-offs. Back down to 60. 1, 2, 3. 120. 1, 2, 3. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 260. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 280. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And 300. 1, 2, wait a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And 240 for the repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I didn't pick. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. All right. That is that. So, any questions come up, let me know, and I will see you again next week.